Okay, are we recording? Yes, we are. Hi, welcome. Come on in. My name's Anna Wilson. I'm a psychic medium. I'm a spiritual coach. I'm a fertility coach, a bit of everything really. And I'm going to do you some cards for, just give them a shuffle, the month of December 2022. Strolling into 2023. Mental. It's gone so quick. Oh, look, I'm trapped in already 2 minutes, not even 30 seconds I've been going. So I am going to be using the Angel Tarot cards by Radley Valentine. Really like these cards. Always have an on-point reading for anyone anyone I read for. So I hope you like them. Now, as always, with this is a general reading. So take the bits that resonate, drop the bits that don't. It's never going to be as spot on as a personal reading. Well, maybe not. Some have been as spot on. Yeah, and if you haven't already, please like and subscribe to my channel. Woohoo! Anyway, let's get cracking. Shut up, Hannah. Let's go with it. If you've followed me for however long, you know this is how I do the readings. I want you to pick 1, 2, or 3. Sit. Present those numbers in your mind. 1, 2, 3. Which one are you most drawn to? I know which one I'd go for, so it'd be interesting if this comes out as a reading for me as well. Yeah, pick the number 1, 2, or 3. And I'm just going to pull a couple of cards, 2, 3 cards, and get some general intuitive messages for each person or each number. And let's crack on, shall we? Okay, there we go. Number ones first, please, for the month of December. Number ones, messages for number ones for the month of December. Clever. They always do this in a very subtle way. You have been waiting for number ones to be either recognized for something that you're already doing, or you've upped your game in terms of, I'm going to say, like career opportunities as well. So there's something business wise, self-development wise, maybe education wise, you've upped your game and success is going to find you. The word success, came shooting in number ones. So whatever it is that you are aspiring to at the moment, whatever it is that you've got in your mind, thank you. Clever with that card. Yeah, whatever it is that you're inspiring to at the minute, number ones will be successful. Okay, get in the word success 100% coming through for you. Okay, thank you. Ooh. I'll show you the cards in a second. They are just clarifying everything I've just said, which I love. Okay, any other messages for number ones? Anything that I should be telling number ones? Okay. Yeah, 100%. 100%. Okay, number ones, first card that came out for you, the Ace of Air. And this card says, brilliant new ideas and inspiration, seeing the truth of a situation and a challenging beginning. Now, air is a suit that's all around, excuse me, intellect. My mind went with me then. So I feel like as well, this is about telling yourself you can do it in your mind and not allowing your mind to tell you that you can't do it because you know that you're capable. This card, Ace of Air, talks of new ideas, inspiration, seeing the truth of a situation. So you've come from somewhere that was potentially challenging to start with as well. So I want to say to you, and it's interesting, they've just shown me the wings on this card as well, in that you're getting ready to fly. So this challenging beginning, whatever this thing is that's been holding you back, this challenge that you've been facing, it's all done. It's all done and dusted. Don't let your mind run away with you is what I want to say to you as well. I feel like there's new inspirations, new ideas that is going to find you. I almost want to say to you, like, the situation might not have changed, but your perception of the situation has changed. You're just seeing it a bit differently, and you're realizing maybe the problem isn't as big as I made it out to be initially. So whatever challenge there's been for you in the beginning is all done and dusted. 8 of Fire. This just confirms it as well. So fire is a suit that's all around sort of career passions, like that fire in your belly. Things like might even be hobbies, something that you're good at. Doesn't necessarily mean that there's money changing hands. This says events are moving at a fast pace. Delays are over. There's lots of things happening at once. So the pace is going to pick up. Like I said on the previous card, you might have had a bit of a challenge in the beginning, but things are going to massively pick up for you now. So interesting that I said around career as well, and job opportunities might be coming your way. And finally, 10 of air. Another air card. This one doesn't really want to focus too much. Need a better camera, really, don't I? The end of a difficult situation. Embrace the change and expect things to get better. Can also mean recovering from an addiction. So things are getting better for you. Look, you've definitely got the challenging beginning card as well. This is another air card. You've got events moving at a fast pace, delays are now over, and you've got this one, it's the end of a difficult situation. Whatever difficulty has been happening, whatever, and again, I want to say, because, you know, in terms of intellect, I feel like maybe you've been seeing the problem bigger than what it actually is. But you know, the delays are now over, so don't worry. Embrace the changes that are coming. This might mean, I'm seeing almost like in my mind, like a cocoon, almost like you just hunker down for a little bit longer because things are going to erupt beautifully for you. So again, this would be probably in the realms of career and passion. I'm also being drawn to the archangel on the back, which means I want you to look after yourself. I'm coughing as well because I'm just getting over COVID, which hasn't helped. But I want you to look after yourself, because I feel like the momentum is really going to start shifting. The new year is going to be February time, early February time is going to be quite a big opportunity or something coming up for you. So I want you to gear up to that happening. Recovering from an addiction. Now this, I mean, you know, I'm not saying you're a druggie or nothing, but this is like, this could be an addiction in any form. This can be an addiction with regards to food, not eating the right stuff, drinking too much alcohol. It could be an addiction to Netflix. Could be anything, but it's like self-care. I want you to put that first, because I feel like these cards are saying that momentum is really shifting for you, number ones. Okay, so going in to December, going through to the new year, ushers in a lot of new energy for us. But whatever delays there are, get ready, because it's all kicking off, number ones. It's all coming for you. Definitely around some sort of career opportunity as well. There you go, number ones. I hope that helped you, my darlings, for the month of December. I hope that made sense. Let's go into number twos. Moving into number twos. Number twos, please. What messages have we got for December for number twos? Okay, clever. Number twos, I feel like there's almost like a new beginning for you. I feel like maybe you've let go of a few things in your life that you know haven't served you. Thank you. There's definitely a new beginning coming. Okay. Again, I feel like maybe this might be you feeling maybe trapped with regards to a situation, and you're finally seeing maybe a way out of it. I'm not sure what this feeling is. That's an interesting one. Let's see what the cards say. But definitely new beginnings coming for you. Bit of a transition, bit of a things are going to be picking up pace for you as well, which is interesting, because normally December, in terms of energy, sort of going into Christmas, New Year, everyone says the same thing. I'll do it in the new year. I'll do it after Christmas. I'll wait till the new year. Everyone says the same thing. It's like this energy of hibernation. You can't possibly do anything in December because you've got to get Christmas out of the way. But I feel like that's maybe a bit different in terms of, I want you to keep pushing through the month of December. Okay, so don't feel like you have to wait. If actually your intuition, whoa, I'm chucking them everywhere. If actually your intuition is saying to you, you should be pushing ahead, you should be pushing forward. So don't get too complacent. That's what I want to say to you. Thank you for the month of December. Okay. I love it. You just pulled the same card as number ones as well. Get some clarity, please. One more card. There it is. Okay, what have we got here? Okay, so you've pulled the ego card. Okay, ego card, and any card with a number is a major arcana card. That means like big life transitions, big changes coming. Almost like, I feel like, again, you've been building up to this for a little while. So this card says a false sense of entrapment, being overly focused on material things and negative or fear-based thoughts. You have 100% been letting your ego take the reins, and I want you to stop that. I feel like I want to tell you as well that sometimes saying nothing is better than saying the wrong stuff over and over again. That didn't come out too well. But what I mean is, there's so much to gain from just listening. And your ego is like the loud, shouty, crappy voice that tells you, you need to do this, get up there. It's all like very aggressive and punchy. Whereas your intuition is a complete contrast to that. Your intuition is your voice, your soul voice, telling you, guiding you, supporting you, nurturing you. It's a lot gentle, it's a lot more peaceful, it's a lot more loving than the ego. Don't let the ego rule the roost, is what I want to say. I want to tell you to find more peace and quiet, find more time for meditation. And it doesn't even necessarily mean sit there going, because I don't even do that. This is about getting out in nature, walking, finding some time for yourself, reading a good book, having a cup of coffee, finding, wake up 10 minutes earlier just to sit in your own thoughts for a bit. Something like that. You're letting the ego push you at the moment. Full sense of entrapment. I feel like don't go into victim mode. So don't feel like you need to be stuck where you are, because actually it's within your power to change that. The ego often focuses on material based stuff as well. It's like that's the most important thing to the ego. I'm not saying it's not important, but it's not always the most important thing. And yeah, definitely some negative thinking from you. This card is the same card as we've just pulled for number ones, which is interesting. So you've got 10 of air. The end of a difficult situation, embrace the change and expect things to get better now. And again, recovering from an addiction. So I feel like you needed to hear that better times are coming. I feel like you needed the validation. You can feel better times are coming. You can already, based on the decisions and the changes you've already made, you can feel it coming. But I feel like you needed to hear me tell you that. So you needed that validation or from them upstairs to tell you that things are going to change. Again, in terms of recovering from an addiction, just look at things like I said for number ones around eating the right things. Don't drink too much, don't sit on too many Netflix binges. Like, your soul needs to be nurtured at this time, and there's a lot more that you could be doing, maybe productive with your time as well. Okay. And you've also got 6 of water. I feel like you spend quite a lot of time looking back and not enough time looking forward. Okay, this card says memories from your history or your childhood, issues regarding children, and romanticizing the past. So this for me is an energy of, and think of it this way, right? Think of it this, the power, all the power that you've got, number twos, is right now, this very second. And this is what this card is telling you. Water is a suit all around emotions. It's around how we feel emotionally. And I feel like there's a lot of emotions from your past maybe that you need to deal with in order to get you to where you need to be moving forward. You're focusing on the past. You're not focusing so much on the now, which is where the power is, in order to manifest what you want moving forward. So yeah, I feel like there's maybe a bit of work for you to do around looking back at childhood trauma, maybe some sort of relationship, parental figures as well. This is, can often relate to this card. And issues regarding children, whether this is an issue with you and your own children or you wanting children. Because obviously a lot of people that follow me around the fertility stuff are in that trying to conceive mode continuously. I feel you, I've been there. But this is about dealing with the crap from the past, almost like get it done out in the open. Boom, I feel lighter, I feel better, my energy's more revived, then I can move forward. Okay, so don't spend too long looking in the past, which might be where this sense of entrapment's coming from. Like, oh, I've always ended up in crappy relationships, I've always ended up the last one in the 100 meters. Whatever it is. Okay, but yeah, this is the end of a difficult phase or situation for you, number two. So all is good, all is well. Around Easter time next year, I think there's going to be some big transition for you as well. Don't know what this thing is that's coming up. Like, I'm feeling complete joy and happiness and elation. Going to be around sort of whenever Easter is next year, 2023, April time. Ooh, keep me posted, let me know. There you go, number twos. I hope that helped. Number threes, please. Let's do some readings for number threes. Okay, what have we got? What have we got, number threes? A lot of thoughts, a lot of people worrying for this month, I think. What was I just going to say? Clever, again, how you've done that. Number threes. There's this thing about being in the spotlight. So I don't know if this is you wanting to be in the spotlight, but you can't quite get there, or you're worried, or you know, shitting yourself about being in the spotlight. I'm not quite sure what it is, but I feel like it's time for the spotlight to go on you in a really good way. This is about showcasing what you've got to offer. And there's going to be a lot of people looking at you and a bit of momentum for you. It's this thing of being in the spotlight, being in a good way. This is not in a bad way, negative way at all. Being in the spotlight through the month of December, being the almost center of attention type vibe. Okay. Ooh, I feel like, yeah, really nice. Okay. Good. Yes. So first card you've pulled. Definitely get out your own head, number threes. Nine of air. This is the first card that came out for you, okay? Expecting the worst, self-fulfilling prophecies and sleepless nights. Like, again, this is all about you in your own head. Get out of your own head. Like, the thoughts that you're having, number threes, I feel like you're tiny little acorn, and then all of a sudden it's a frigging oak tree within about 2 seconds. You're just letting your mind and therefore your emotions run away with you, because what we think about determines our vibration, and what we vibrate, our vibration is our emotional state. So you're just letting your mind run away with you a little bit, almost like to the point where you might be worrying about something so much, and then it happens and you're like, I told you so, I knew that had happened. Almost like, I knew it was coming. It's like this self-fulfilling prophecy says on the card. It's almost like that worry and that concern and that anxiety about something that hasn't happened yet is making that thing happen. So get out of your own head. There might be some sleepless nights. I don't know if the money is coming up for you as well at the moment, number threes. But I feel like there's some clarity that you need around money. You've pulled an earth card as well, which is often linked to money, finances, abundance, general life abundance anyway. This is a good card. Seven of Earth is a good card. Seeds well planted, a temporary pause in action, and unnecessary worry. You're worrying about nothing. No, let me rephrase that. You're not worrying about nothing, or you wouldn't be worrying. There's something that is obviously coming up for you. What I'm saying is the amount of worry and the amount of tension you're giving to the problem rather than the solution may be creating your reality for you a little bit. This is a really good card, okay? This is saying that, look, let's face it, you've done the hard work. You know where you're going with it. You know, you're savvy. You understand what's happening. You can sort through this problem. But at the minute, you're just so focused on the problem. So this is about knowing that, there we go, temporary pause in action. It's like no news is good news, if that makes sense. I feel like the back end of December as well, you might get some information, like some almost unexpected information, potentially linked to money as well. Things that unnecessary worry. That's what I want to say for you. If you're worried about finances, worrying about money, don't let that be a self-fulfilling prophecy. Focus on the solutions to the problems, get some energy behind it, and it will make you feel better. But get out your own head, number threes. Okay, and I love this. Final card, Knight of Water. Falling in love or wedding proposals, the need to balance your emotions. What did I just say? An invitation to a social event. It's like, I feel like, again, if this is relating to money and it's like you're so concerned and like you're expecting the worst, and you know that you've got no money to go out, no money to do anything, no money. It's like there's a lot of things at the minute, I think, bubbling away, and maybe you're reining everything in a little bit, so you're not doing the things that you know would bring you joy because you're so worried about something that hasn't come yet. That makes sense. So I want you to fall in love with life again. I want you to just do, and it doesn't even mean that you need to be, you know, chucking money at things. There's plenty of stuff you could be doing that doesn't cost money. You know, make a sandwich, go out, have a coffee, go for a walk through the woods and have a picnic with someone you love. Like simple little things, okay? That doesn't necessarily cost you money. Go to the beach, let, you know, the kids dig up the sand for an hour. Something that is a bit different. You need to balance your emotions as well. So water is a card all about our emotions and how we control our emotions. I feel like as well, this is sort of the back end of this suit of cards, okay? So the Knight is sort of going into the back end. And I feel like, again, it's like I'm almost seeing water like just about to tip over the edge, like in a good way. So it's all just going to release. It's all going to disperse. You're going to have a lot more momentum at the back of this. Any invitations to social events? Every time I see this card, this is about saying yes rather than saying no. This is about getting out and enjoying yourself for a little while, because these sleepless nights, these worries about things that might not have materialized at the level they're materializing yet. You're worrying about nothing, okay? This is a temporary pause in action. Seeds have been well planted. Do not worry. Fall in love with yourself, fall in love with life itself and those around you. Remind yourself of what you've got rather than what you are wanting. and that will help the wanting come closer. Love that. Just love it. There we go. Hope that made sense for you, number threes. Those were your readings for the month of December. Let me know in the comments if any of those resonates with you. Wishing you all a very, very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Hopefully COVID-free. I've already had it, so hopefully you won't get it. Yes, and take care of yourselves, and I will see you in the new year. Bye-bye.